So for anybody who doesn't know, this is the Margot girl. This is their first ever video from 2022. And this is them recreating it in 2023. We're now in 2025. So you can see there's a pretty drastic difference in the person.
Excuse me. Her name is Margot. Now Marco or Mango was Fargo. Yeah, someone said Wells Fargo.
They blew up off of this post alone, which is kind of what happened back in the day, man. Like during the early times in TikTok, you blew up for no reason. And I'm one of those people, by the way. I'm not even sitting here saying I'm super talented. I blew up in like 2020 as well. Now this person has gone from doing whatever that was we just watched to doing OF content. And I don't want to be rude and I don't want to this is be targeted, but this person also identifies as like non-binary. And I do think that there is a direct connection to some people's identification, especially for AFAB people will say. I want to be respectful. So that's like assigned female at birth. So they were born biologically a female. I think there's a direct connection of people who are born a woman who identify as non-binary. And I think the connection there is the over-sexualization in some capacity, whether it is in real life, on the internet, or whatever, or whether it's, you know, brought onto themselves or not. Because I would say if you do OnlyFans content, you're bringing sexualization to yourself. But I think that there's a lot of young people who were born a woman who identify as non-binary, and some kind of sexualization has kind of impacted them and made them feel like they don't want to identify with the feminine side of themselves anymore. I think that's what it is. And I think for them, it's, I make money doing OF content now. And especially since they were at a time where OnlyFans content was kind of being pushed by other young people doing OnlyFans, because they're like, oh, you can make so much money, you could do so well. And then you start doing it and you get a lot of money at first, probably. And then all of a sudden you start to feel like you're objectifying yourself and you feel like self-conscious and you start to feel bad about it. Because I even said this before, I used to have a joking OnlyFans where I would just paint my belly, and I felt like, oh, I don't like this anymore after like a month, because I felt yucky. And so for them, they're financially locked into it, and I think what they do is they associate that sexualization with their femininity, and it makes them turn away from wanting to be feminine. And I don't think this is the only way it can happen. I think that there are some people who maybe gets overly sexualized in real life. Maybe they have a trauma associated with it. Maybe on the internet they're constantly having comments made about their body. That's part of it too, but I also think it's part of the way that we educate people, and that's through fear. We always do it. Like, let's just bring it directly to a father trying to protect their daughter. What do you think a father says to their daughter when they see a guy that might look a little creepy? You know, they probably go, that guy's creepy. Stay away from men. Men are do this to you. You know, it's like the way we used to teach sexual health education in school. What do we used to do? You'd be like, okay, guys, if you have sex one time, you're going to get pregnant, you're going to get every STD, and you're going to rot and you're going to die. That's the way that they used to teach, you know? So I think it's a mixture between people actually being sexualized and then also people being educated in a way that brings on a lot of fear and distress, and it makes them maybe not want to identify with that feminine side of themselves. Listen, non-binary is still valid. I just think that there is an environmental factor for some people when it comes to this identification, and I personally see it more in AFAB, people will say.
I can't even have a 9-to-5 job to pay for a decent apartment, that I have to exploit my body online.
What did I say though? What did I say? What did I say? I really think what I was saying before is true.